So here is a wide angle view here. We'll get up closer. Thank you, gliding. Basically here, this is where you start on the map. And you can kind of zigzag your way up here to get up here to the Blighted Depths. And as you can see, a major part of the northeastern corner of the map here, the point of interest is called the Corpse Grove. And you can look here, and it's basically what looks like a dead pale tree. What sets this apart as a pale tree is these little pods that it's growing. And these pods are kind of pulsing, and you can actually see that, you know, like there's Mordrum growing inside of them. And the NPC conversation has told us that basically we know from the story that that the corpses of the Pact fleet has Mordremoth has been taking them, and we didn't know what they were for, what it was taking them for. Well, apparently it has been taking it to this tree, and I would imagine others. It uses those corpses and copies them and creates Mordrum based on them, and the members of the Pact fleet have actually said that some of the Mordrum they've been attacking have actually looked like their friends. And I don't know if that is, maybe that is a deliberate mental tactic. We do know that Mordremoth is one of his spheres of influences of the mind, obviously because he's corrupting the mind of the Sylvari. Maybe this is intentional in order to kind of to mess with his enemies. If he's sending Mordrum that have features similar to your friends, that's gonna mess with you in battle. So I'm wondering if this is not an intentional thing that it's doing. So, you know, whether this is a true pale tree or not, we have maybe yet to get 100% confirmation on this. But the fact that it's called the Corpse Grove, I think is a pretty good indication, in the fact, again, that it has these pods. Now, something else we learned from the story, just in this zone and from the events that take place in this area, is that one of the event chains ends with defeating a champion inside the tree here. And actually, let's go and oh shoot, check out the tree. And I think I just screwed myself. No, okay. If you go inside, you can see some of these seed pods. Let me actually just show you, because this kind of like, oh my god, like I couldn't believe this when I saw it. So there's all kinds of Mordrum guards, Mordrum creatures inside here that we're gonna have to avoid. Oh my god, it's gonna nuts! Okay, beautiful landing. So hopefully we're not. Oh, I'm already aggroing stuff. But as you can see here, where this tree is connected at the bottom here, there are these seed pods, and there is a Mordrum vine coming out of the bottom of the seed pod, and there's a bunch of these. And it's actually, you can see from this blue lightning here, that's a ley line. That's ley line magic. So whatever this tree is doing, it is using ley line energy to power itself. So Mordremoth knows exactly what he's doing with tapping into ley line energy, feeding on magic, and, you know, using that with, I guess, to create the corpses. I don't know if it's able to create more enemies or maybe stronger Mordrum because it's feeding off the ley line magic. Maybe that's what's keeping this tree alive, because as I was saying before, the event chain that ends here, you bring the members of the Pact in here and actually set bombs. They say, we know that this tree is stealing corpses and making Mordrum, so we need to blow it up. We need this tree to die. So the event chain actually takes you in here, and you set 5 different bombs and detonate them in order to try and blow up this tree. Now, obviously, it's still creating Mordrum, so we're not exactly successful yet. But maybe that's why this tree looks the way it does. Maybe that's why it looks kind of dead, because of those bombs. I'm not sure. But I've only seen the tree in this state. It's not like I've seen it, you know, lush and green and looking like our pale tree, and then, you know, after the event chain, it becomes this kind of like burnt husk of a tree. But maybe this ley line, where it's tapping into this ley line magic, oh, I'm about to fall down. Maybe that's what's keeping it alive. Maybe that's what's letting it continue to live, even though we've set bombs.
Replenishing.
And tried to destroy it. I'm not sure. All I can hope is that, all I can hope is that we maybe there's a story instance here where we learn more. I can't imagine this is just here and we never learn anything else about it except for the open world event. I would sure hope that we come here, or maybe even to another tree like this later in the jungle, and learn more about it, or at least try to learn more about it. It's just, this is by far the coolest discovery in this part of Verdant Brink. Absolutely. See, here's plant bombs to destroy the Blighting tree. This is called the Blighting tree. This is something I really want to learn more about. We don't have too much longer to wait.